Namaskar. Very warm welcome to all our viewers and students out there. You are watching us live on eVidya channels, channel number 6 to 12. And apart from all those channels, you are with us on our YouTube channel as well, that is NCERT Official. I am Renu Bhatt with you all, and this is our very special session, Sahyog, and it's a wonderful initiative by Ministry of Education as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, where we provide psychosocial support to all our students and teachers and parents out there. And let me tell you the topic of the session, that is friendship in adolescence phase. And we all know the fact that we all need friends and great reliable friendship in our life. किस तरह से आप अपने फ्रेंड्स चुन सकते हैं, आपको बताएंगे हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स. हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं. So without any further delay, let's quickly meet them. You are Dr. Tasongvi Nume. You are faculty from NIRI NCERT Shillong. Very warm welcome, sir.
Yes, welcome. Yes.
And we have joined by our practicing counselor as well. Let's meet her. You are Dr. Bhagyashri Harmalkar. Very warm welcome, ma'am. स्वागत है आपका.
Namaste, good evening, and thank you.
Thank you so very much, ma'am, for being with us. And before we begin this particular session, let me tell some certain information to all our viewers. In case they have any query or they want to share their experience, they can reach out to us through our various mediums. You can call us on our telephone number, that is 8800 440 559. Either you can drop a mail at our email address, that is sahyog.ncert@cit.nrc.in. And apart from all those channels, you can visit our YouTube channel as well, that is NCERT Official. You have to go to the live chat box and then only you can drop your comment out there. Our expert will be happy to answer all your queries and doubts if you have any. And before we begin this particular session, let me share a very important piece of information with you all regarding India's G20 presidency. We are indeed very proud that India assumed G20 presidency and will convene the G20 Leaders Summit for the first time in the country in 2023. A nation that deeply committed to democracy and multilateralism, India's G20 presidency would be a watershed moment in her history as it seeks to play an important role by finding pragmatic global solutions for the well-being of all. And in doing so, manifests the true spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or we can say the whole world is one family. With that very important piece of information, let's quickly get back to the session in which we are going to discuss about friendship in adolescence phase. So, sir, without any further delay, Nime sir, we would like to know what exactly friendship is. Please explain to us, ma'am. Sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for the question. I think it's a little bit difficult to define what friendship is, though we all have friendships. Like they say, beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, or someone said handsome is what handsome does. Friendship is what friendship does. So, but then to simplify for our friends who are watching, let me tell you what, like in a very simple word, what friendship is. Friendship, in a very simple word, is a relationship between two friends. I have tried to review the most philosophical article to the most common one from psychologists, and then I came to a conclusion that friendship is a relationship between two people in which each participant or in which each friend values the other and successfully communicates this fact to the other. So this is a very, simple definition of friendship. Friendship, therefore, is to be defined as a bond of reciprocal affection between two people. I think we need to underline the word reciprocal. We need to underline the word valuing each other. And most importantly, communicating this fact that I value the other person as a friend. That is very important. How do we do this communicating of valuing the others, and successfully do that? I think people do it best by, having a positive interpersonal quality such as showing your kindness, your generosity, your loyalty to your friend, and being honest. True friends, they choose to be with one another in good times, in bad times. They love to be with each other, enjoy time spending together. And, most often, these engagements are in a very positive and supportive manner to each, giving support to one another. So the successful communication that you value someone as a friend is also done by engaging with them in some shared common activities, shared interests, common hobbies, or in other words, it involves having very mutual interest in each other's attitude, feelings, experiences, and even thoughts or, like concerns of life. So what I would like to say is the underlying factor here is in friendship, there's no hierarchy that someone is bigger or smaller. What happens is there's always a reciprocity between two friends with trust, respect, and that equal respect at that, emotional support and admiration. Uh, why it is difficult to give a universally acceptable definition of friendship is because you have different types of friends. For example, acquaintances. Number one, you have acquaintances, people who you meet in the casual places. You might be able to strike a conversation with them and talk to them, but you might not be going for dinner with them, for example. Such people are known as acquaintances. You also have people who are very close friends, who you go to when you have problems or who you go to for help and support. They're very close to you to the extent that you can even share your secrets, which are, like considered vulnerable to, like even misuse. But you have such genuine love and affection and trust. So they become your close friends. And you also have what is called the best friends. The best friends, they may not meet each other for long, and yet, like the kind of spiritual, emotional, and, what do you call, intellectual connection between you and your friend who become your best friend. I mean, like people who value you for what you are. So the last, I think, in the time of internet, social media, and all this, with the emergence of ICT and the social media, we have what is called the virtual friends. Virtual friends are people who you may not have met face to face, and yet you are friends. I have many people who are in high places. In one of the WhatsApp group, they become my friends, and I may not have met them, but they are equally very good friends. So I think you have friends in this kind of with this kind of categories, and the essence of this friendship is you value the other person and you communicate successfully that I value you. How do you do that? I think I've spelled out, and therefore, this is how we have to look at friendship. That sense of valuing each other and communicating successfully that I really value you by, like the kind of parameters that I have spelled out. I think for paucity of time, I should stop here about friendship. I think we all know. Like, for example, when you fall in love, you cannot define that love, and yet it's so beautiful. Friendship is also the same. I mean, like, it's so important in our life. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And indeed, friendship is very much important for us, and it's an emotional connection. Very well said. Let's move towards our next guest. Bhagya ma'am, we would like to know more about the importance of friendship in adolescence life, ma'am.
Yes, I would like to start from childhood. During childhood, child's focus or the center is family, parents, and teacher. They get sense of rightness, wrongness from them. But as they move to adolescence phase, their center shifts from parents to friends, and they develop their sense of rightness, wrongness from friends. They share their opinion, everyday life more with the friends than parents. During childhood, they have fantasy stories, they have fairy tale stories. But when they move to adolescence, they like factual things, and they like to experiment with relationship. So the importance is very marked during adolescence, as they need human connections. They find sense of belongingness and acceptance. When friend accept them, approve of them, they feel that they belong to their friend, that group. They find that they are building their self-esteem is better. They feel happier, and they feel that trust and safety in the environment. When they are happier, their outlook towards the world is positive. Their perception are optimistic and positive. They understand complex emotions when they come into human relationship and friendship. complex emotions like love, jealousy, grief, despair, embarrassment, frustration, con- contempt. These all are very important to understand and express. So they learn to understand and express these complex emotions. They come across conflicts between the friends, and these conflicts tells them how to cope up. So they develop coping mechanism, which is very essential part of personality. So this friendship helps in developing social and emotional uh, part of their personality. So it is very important. So adolescents, the way they give time to studies, hobbies, school, they should be allowed to give time to socialize, mingle with friends, so that they can develop their social emotional aspect of personality. It is very important for them.
Right. So this is the importance of friendship in adolescence life, and here we move towards our next expert, sir. Here we would like to know, we all require a good friend in our life. It's the basic need, we can say so. But how we can be a good friend, sir?
Yeah, thank you for the question. The question seems very simple, but it is in this simplicity that we find the beauty of being friends. The answer to this question will actually reveal a lot about us, whether or not we have a good friend, or the kind of friends that you have, whether or not they are good friends or ideal friends to be with. Now, the first characteristic of being a good friend, or how you can be a good friend, is you have to be someone who is trustworthy. Trustworthy, because this is the most important characteristics of being a true friend. Uh, it means that you are being honest and truthful, and you can be trusted. The next quality to be able to have a good friendship or to be a good friend is to be honest. The other day, only in the DGC program here in my institute, I was asking one of the participants to do a portfolio, and I asked her, who is the most significant person in your life and why? And then it came out that her friend is the most significant person, all because she said she's so honest with me. Not necessarily that she agrees with me to everything that I said, but then she helped me find, the correct perspective about issues I face. So honesty is one. You have to be dependable. If you're honest, then you can be dependable. You have to be loyal. Loyal means you stick to your friend through thick and thin. I mean, like even in the most difficult situations, trust is one of the important factors. You should be able to trust your friend. Your friend also should be able to trust you. And the other thing is empathetic. Empathetic means you show your ability to understand and share the feelings of your friend. The other one, very important thing is friends who are a good friend will not be judgmental. You might come from different religious background, different ethnicity, different ways of getting socialized. So therefore, you'll have your different moral and ethical standard, but you don't necessarily judge your friend on the basis of your own ethical standard. So non-judgmental is very important. I think one of the best trait of being a good friend or to be a good friend is to be a good listener. Most of us, we listen to people selectively only to answer to them. Or sometimes we do superficial listening. We never give attentive listening to the moods, even the body language, the kind of, what do you call language that the person is talking to, so that you can map out the whole totality of the conversation that is going on. So attentive listening, being a good listener, and then of course being supportive in good times and in bad times. And I think one of the most important thing being a friend is also having a sense of humor and having fun sometimes. In Manipur, a lot of problems are going on. The other day only somebody sent me a beautiful, voice recording of two friends. One is a Kuki, the other one is a Meitei, and they started talking to each other in such a way that as if there's no problem at all, with humor. my friend, you may like my cookie girl, but then you wouldn't be able to marry her anymore or date her now because of the ethnic commotion that's going on. So we were saying that this is what needs to happen between friends, and like it needs to widen. I mean, like we need to widen circle. So I think friends bring in happiness, fun, and even sense of humor, even in the midst of the most difficult time. I think these are certain traits that you need to possess to be a good friend to your friend. And the same way you might be able to assess whether you have been a good friend, or are the friends that you have had, are they having such a, like ideal traits of a good friend? So, yeah, I'll end here. It is difficult to find, this kind of qualities, but nevertheless, I think we can strive for an ideal like this, both in finding a good friend and then in being one with these characters. Yeah.
Right. And Bhagya ma'am, we would like to know important points adolescent should know about friendship, ma'am. What are those? Please explain to us.
Yes, as adolescent center is friendship. They revolve around, they share everything with their friends. So there are few points that we need to understand and should be aware about it. Firstly, I would like to say one line that we are whatever we are. It is a average of 5 people around us. So we take characteristics of people around us. Same way, adolescence has a lot of influence of friends on their life. So they should choose friends with some things in their mind. When we talk about influence, we are talking about peer pressure. Now, peer pressure is positive as well as negative. When it is positive, it is very productive and it is benefiting to the child, student. So, for example, if my friend is going to library and reading books and I get influenced by my friend, then I am benefiting from it. So it is a positive influence. But when it is negative, I am doing something which is harmful for me or others, which is not benefiting for me, that is a negative influence. It could be aggression towards myself or somebody else. So that is the negative influence which we should be aware of it. And when we talk about negative influence, values come in picture. So values are very important. If you know your values, you are aware about your values, then you can take stand and you can
Ma'am,
oppose.
here let me tell you that we have 3 to 4 minutes left for the session, ma'am.
Absolutely. So we the values of friends to friends should be similar, so that the process of doing things will be easy and similar for both of them. So values are very important for understanding values. Own value and friends value is very important. The other is to last that friendship for longer time. It is very important to have common interest and goal, or the relationship should be complementary to each other. And next slide please. Very important and little sad. Next slide please. Little sad part of friendship is change. As we grow, we are exposed to many experiences and we change. Same way, dynamic of friendship also changes. Thus, many students approach me and tell me about their friendship, their conflicts, and how sad it feels when people change, or sometimes they bully them and they themselves change. So it is sometimes sad that they feel there is no friend. So there is a loneliness also. So I want to tell teenagers or adolescents that there is a time when you will feel that lonely, you don't have friends, but it is a phase. You will have friends of your choice, with whom you can share your interests. So this is just a phase. So these are very important points that adolescents should keep in mind.
All right, and we still have 2 more minutes left for this session. So Songvi sir, here we would like to conclude this session by you, sir. Your
Thank
concluding
you.
remarks, sir.
Yeah, thank you for maybe in 30 seconds. I think one of the things we need to understand as children and as parents is I think we should tell our children to, or, we ourselves should try. See, Dr. Bhagesri was saying about friends being similar. It's very difficult and rare to find really good friends. But I will exhort people to be that rare person who has the values that people are looking for. So be a rare person to find very rare good friends. Be yourself. That is one thing I want to say. The other very quick point is this. For your personal growth, sociologists will tell you cultural capital is the most important thing. I cannot go into the concept explaining it, but then like you need financial capital to do, let us say, business. The whole enterprise of human development depends a lot on cultural capital. And most important critical factor of cultural capital is something, is that you get it from your friends, from your socialization with your friends. And last point, don't try to look for happiness in others. Be the best person that you can be your best friend. And then the happiness, the peace that you have will attract others to you in such a way that you have so much of friends. And don't expect too much of things from friends. Be the light that your friends are looking for, and then you'll have plenty of friends. So try to be an authentic person, be a very honest person with integrity, and then you'll have lots of good friends attracting to you because everyone is looking for someone like you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir, for your detailed information on this particular topic. And thank you so very much, ma'am, as well. Thank you, sir and ma'am, for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we indeed need good friends, and we have to be a good friend too. So please make sure you keep all those points in your mind while doing friendship. And before I wrap up this particular session, let me tell you that about a very important piece of information regarding NCERT's textbooks. NCERT's textbooks for the year 2023-24 are available throughout the country, and these textbooks may be purchased directly from NCERT sales counters located at New Delhi, Ahmedabad, Bengaluru, Kolkata and Guwahati. These sales counters will be functional on all the weekdays, including all the gazetted holidays, Saturdays and Sundays as well, from 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. You may also place order for the books online from our website, that is ncertbooks.ncert.gov.in, and these books will be delivered at your doorsteps with no delivery fees. And if you want the PDF version of all those books, it can also be downloaded online for free from NCERT, Diksha, ePathshala website and from our mobile app as well. Please visit our website, that is ncert.nic.in, to know more about the authorized vendors. With that note, me, Renu Bhatt, is taking your leave, but you stay tuned to eVidya channel and NCERT official YouTube channel. Our next session is NEPA. Namaskar.